Hello everyone and welcome back to the Unkindled Guide to Dark Souls 3. So today we tackle the Undead Settlement as the Sorcerer build that I'm working on. There's my stats, you can take a look at that. So if you're playing along or you're trying to play beside me, uh, you know, this is what I'm working with. On my attunements I have, what did I get? I have the weapon magic. You get that from from Londor. He's a NPC that you meet on this bridge, in the opposite direction that we're going. Like, once you get down here, just go the other way, and, you'll get some dialogue saying, kill me, release me from my shackles and stuff like that. But don't attack him, just talk to him. He's like, oh, you're a champion of Ash. Excuse me, you're a champion of Ash. Can I serve you? And he'll teach you, what is it? Sorcery, like the magic weapon and magic shield. And also he will, what is it? What will he do? He will teach you sorcery, magic weapon, magic shield. Oh, and he pulls the strength within you, which basically gives you a dark sign and causes you to howl every time you die. But if you get the Firekeeper soul or get the Finding Delca statue, you can just remove it. I will be demonstrating that for you on both characters. But one character I will go through the storyline. I'll go through the Hollow storyline. So what is it? Yeah. So the Undead Settlement is kind of a tough place. Like, it's not too bad. As I'm demonstrating here, but if you're a newcomer, it can be a bit confusing, and you can get caught off by a lot of sneaky stuff. So here I'll show you. There's 4 thieves in this room. Here's one of them. There's 2 on the ground floor, and then there's 1 hanging on a wall. I will show you where all 3 are. So you can take them out before they get the drop on you. But out here, like I said about the Grey Rat's quest line revolving a woman who wants you to give a ring to. Well, we just passed her body, and the item on her is Loretta's bone. You just cut down the body, but I wouldn't go down there just yet because there's a lot of enemies down there. So if you did as I said and you invested enough into strength or dex to wield a bow, pull out the longbow you got at Highwall Lawfrick and start plucking the fat minister down there, which is actually an evangelicus, but it's just as annoying as a fat minister. So you pluck her until she dies, but sometimes she'll run up and run under you, like she's trying to do. So I fast forward through this part a little bit because I'm here for a little bit sniping and trying to take these guys out from this vantage point. Like I said, it's a really good point to just clear out a couple of these guys. So like I said, if you got a bow or any type of range, just take them out. So I decide that I'm just gonna go down there and kill the rest of the workers because, like I said, they're not that tough if you know what you're doing. So there's the 2. This is one of the ones on the floor. So like, if you got a ranged weapon, just range attack him. If not, plunge attack him and then dash over to the one under the steps and attack him. One on the wall. A headshot with a standard arrow will kill him. Heavy soul arrow kills him in 1 shot also. So you drop down. There's a dude in the corner, so you can just grab his item. A char bundle is basically like what is it? Bloodborne's bolt paper or flame paper, where you just like whip your weapon and you get like a weapon status, like fire or whatever. It's basically that, but you can do it in between swings. So say you're swinging and then you hit the X button, you'll light it on fire. So during the next swing, it's a fire. So these dudes are pretty much scrubs. I don't know why I'm throwing. I don't know why I'm throwing things at him. But magic weapon makes this area a lot easier. Actually, I tried to throw that so it hits the barrel, but they came at me already, so it was too late. That was a blink of black fire. That's a soul. A bonfire. That's a soul. There's a Estus shard down here, and what else is down here? A ember down here. You don't want to run down here. You don't want to run down here all willy-nilly. Like I said, you want to take it slow. Because the enemies can easily overwhelm you. They may not, they do a lot of damage. But, like I said, you want to take it slow. Don't rush it. Just, survey the area, think out a plan, take out some key enemies, and, you know, just mow them down in a, what do you call it? Not attack, is, mathematical way, you know, systematically. There we go. Take them down systematically. Just remember, keep an eye on your 6, because there's plenty of times where I get hit from like the backside and stuff. Now I think I go over this one right here. Yeah. Now there's a little walkway under here where these two thieves will drop down on you and just gank your ass. And then there's a red eye dude down the hall. And he'll come up here and try to fuck the shit up while they're fucking you up. Plus there's these cage enemies in there. So it's just an ambush of such assholeness. So take those dudes out and it eliminates the whole threat of getting ambushed. But you can completely ignore this area. Not this part. This part leads to Sunlight Covenant. So you drop down there. You can grab the sunlight medal or the warrior sunlight thing. Equip it. Like you can equip it next to your rings and armor. That's Estus suit. That's a free heal. So if you've been taking a lot of damage, you just come here, heal up. It refills every time you rest at a bonfire, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I just equipped the sunlight medal. So if I put my sign down, it will glow. Like the usual sunlight medal. There's an item on his body. You can just chop it down from the steps, or you can chop it down from up there. There's an item over this corner, but next to him is a cage that is alive. So just throw a firebomb at it, magic missile it, do whatever, range it, but don't get close because just having your hitbox come in contact with its hitbox damages you. They're basically the hollows from the Gargoyle Belfry, and you know how they just start swinging and they just never stop, and you if you block, your shield will your stamina gets drained and you're fucked. That's them, but so much more deadlier because it's just them touching you. They're not really doing attack animation. So there's one in the back throws fire bombs, so keep your eye on that. Backstab. Now there's two ways to go. You can go through the center, which will take you to the next area, or you can go in the opposite direction on the side of it. Now I decided to go on the side because I want to join the Covenant Mound Makers, and I'll show you how to get there in this shot. Now you see there's two dudes up there who shoot at you. You immediately think to rush by, but don't do that. There's a guy on the wall, so you want to kill him quickly as possible. You can take cover. I actually run because they start fucking me up and I need to heal. So I heal up because I got my ass beat a little bit. But like just if you got 100% physical shield on, just hold it up, run up to them rocks, and from there, like I said, if you have a bow, you can shoot them guys from there and not worry about getting pelted with blow darts. As I demonstrate, you can just pluck these guys from here. I don't have any arrows in the first spot, and I always push the right bumper to fire arrows when you can use both, and I only have them in the second slot, so I gotta use the the right trigger to fire them. So I took those guys out. Now behind this rock is a another thief. But don't like get too focused on him because there's another thief who climbs up on the side. If you go down the side, you can kill him, but I didn't do that, so I get attacked from my backside. Like I knew about him, and then yep, he comes up and start wrecking my shit. So you gotta be careful with him. You gotta be careful because there's an ambush waiting for you. Over there on the roof is another thief, blow dart dude. If you come up here, you can just take him out and avoid him. Now, I think I show you the NPC who tells you about the Mal Makers group, but he's really vague about it and really like you don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like you're just like, what is he talking about?
Another Nana disappeared. The Grunton carries a cage. He ever has his cage. And Nana's never coming back. So come into the cage and become Nana's shade.
I don't know what that's talking about. Well, I really don't. I can only guess. Like I guess he's talking about the dude over in this corner over here. I need to get this homeward bone. I don't even get that, but I just like, fuck it. So you drop down. He's not aggressive, so don't attack him. Just walk up to him, walk up behind him actually, and examine the cage on his back, and he'll take you to the pit of hollows, where you'll meet Holy Knight Herodric. Now that body is holding a ring called the fire-plated ring, or this firestone-plated ring. It falls down there, but I'll show you how to get that down from down there. So it takes you a cutscene, and it takes you to the pit of hollows, where you meet Holy Knight Herodric, and he'll give you, he'll give you the Mal Maker's Covenant piece, so you can be a mad phantom invader. Which I'll probably actually do that. I'll probably be a mad phantom invader. Excuse me, but I'm not gonna like attack the I'm not going to attack the player, because if you actually help the player, you can I think you get a spine or a vertebra. Like, cause I think you can actually like fight the boss. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think you can. But yeah, so we're in a pit of hollows. Herodric's over there. Now you need to do this before you fight the boss of this area. The boss of this area is the Curse Rotted Greatwood. If you do not fight, if you don't come here before fighting him, when the floor collapses, that's the ceiling is the floor of the boss fight. It will collapse and you'll fall down. He gets killed when this floor collapses, so you can't get the Mouse Maker guild if he dies.
This for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow. Yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you, but we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, hold them. Beware the shackles of the god. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel. Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see. You'll go mad one day, but not to take my advice. Use this. This pit is for hollows, and for the occasion you've better things to do, I'd hope.
Yeah, so there's no way out of here, like there's no bonfire. So you have to homeward bone out. If you don't have any or you didn't pick that one up, he will give you a homeward bone. So just talk to him again after you get your item, after you get the mark. So I cut out that whole area because it basically resets everything. And I was like, I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that and watch all that. So I cut it out. And now we're going the other way from when we went on the side. I don't have enough mana, so I try to buff this, but I have no mana, so I gotta fill up, and then I'll buff it. The katana's pretty good when you buff it, and alongside of bleed damage, backstab him. For some reason, he was completely like invulnerable to my attack for that whole second. Now we're basically on the other side. And above us is the blow dart guy who we killed earlier. Sometimes he does try to jump attack, plunge attack you, but whenever he doesn't, just back up, get him in sight, and then use your arrows or any ranged magic you have to take him out. Or you can just go back or through and go around and kill him. Now a lot of people seem to miss this bonfire. So just jump off the side right here, roll because they are throwing fire bombs. Kill this guy, and you'll get a bonfire right behind him. Ta-da! Bonfire. Bonfires in disguise. So I just rest up, restore my stuff, go back out here, kill this guy. He's pushing up daisies now. I then go over here. There's a Titanite shard over here and a dude to be wary. I also got his hat. So that's nice. So now the area we're going to go into next, you can kill the 3 guys up top throwing fire bombs. Plus you can meet the pyromancy teacher. I think it's I think it's Crocs. I think it's Crocs or Crooks. I don't know, but he'll tell you what's the name. So kill these guys. Magic weapon takes them out pretty quickly. With the katana, so by boom. Just smoke that guy. Watch out, though. He's reckless with his life, so he will try to firebomb your ass. And here is the pyromancy teachers.
Aha, Unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the Unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
See, yeah.
Most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
Alright, so he'll be back at Firelink Shrine when you go back there. So, we go down here, we kill a guy. What's his, the manservant. These guys, they carry the giant blades and the bowls. They're called manservants. So, I homie attack, heavy solar aerial him. So, fuck him from a distance. I smoke his ass real easy. He's no big deal. So then I drop down. You can kill those hollows. They sometimes distract the dogs that are walking down there. Over here is a, I think it's a, what is this? A souls, and down there is a fire clutch ring. So if you're a pyromancer or you use a fire weapon, the fire clutch ring is a great use to you. Oh, where are we? Oh, I think over here I kill the 3 manservants across the tiny bridge. No, I don't do it here. I guess I'm going to go open a shortcut. Now, remember that way where I was telling you about the ambush where the two thieves jump down on you. Let's see, I try to kick them over to lure the dogs over to there. Excuse me. And the dudes in the cages and the red-eyed guy all ambush you. There's actually a shortcut that completely bypasses that entire area, and you can sneak up on a bunch of enemies. Now over here is a dude hanging on the edge. You can see, yeah, I show him. Just put your shield up. Well, I tried to put my shield up, but I tried to lock on him, and it made me look the other way, so he got a free shot on me. So there's some more lost souls if you want those. Also, the dudes in the cages, sometimes when you kill them, they drop faded souls, but they drop a soul for everyone that's in the cage, so it's like 5 in the cage, I think. So when you kill them, you get 5 faded souls. They drop them pretty frequently, so if you're looking for a quick way to farm some souls, I know they're 50 points each, but you know, it's something. Like if you get the 50, if you can get the 5 points plus the souls from them, it adds up. So there's a bunch of rats down here. You got these 3 rat bros. Yeah, you can firebomb them or just slash at them. Whatever works for you. Be careful though, because they have dog-like tendencies, and what I mean by that, they can attack very fast and stun lock you. You see that big old fart cloud down there? That is hiding a giant ass rat. When you kill this rat, he drops the poison bite ring. But he's a bit of a pain in the dick. So just draw him out, because there's actually 2 other rats in that mist hiding with him. Yeah, no, he drops the blood bite ring. Sorry, blood bite. So you got little 2 rat buddies hiding in there with them. You can just kill them, firebomb or slash, whatever your preference is. Or you know, if your spell cast time is fast, you can get your spells. But usually I just say slash or firebomb because they attack really fast. So we'll go up here, and there's a little gate you can open. Now it will be a shortcut to another bonfire, which I think is the bonfire called the Dilapidated Bridge. I'm not 100% sure if that's what it's called, but here's another bonfire. There is a crystal lizard around here. Also, if you are kindled, you will get invaded by Holy Knight Haradric. Right now, I'm not kindled, so he doesn't invade. Like, I try to go over here and see what's up, but then I realize, oh, I'm not kindled, so he doesn't invade me. Now, I passed up the crystal lizard going this way because I'm going to come back around to get him, but I actually end up fucking missing, and I miss him because he starts running way earlier than I expected him to. So by the time I caught up with him, he vanished. My preference in fighting these guys are to always be at a distance. Like if you don't have no range, you know, just stay on your guard. When she lights herself on fire, run the fuck away. But I tend not to be close because they have super armor. They like just take all your hits and then smack you with that giant mace, which causes bleed. There's a titanite shard around this area. It causes bleed, so I generally keep a distance from them. So this area has 3 hollows. Well, one just busted out of there. Now, if you had came through that tunnel that I told you about, you would fight the two guys, then you would walk down and get attacked by him out the door. Like, you wouldn't think nothing of it because the door is boarded up. You know, when you see boards on a door or block or something, you're like, oh, there's nothing in there. There's a thief in here, so put your shield up and then just hack at him. There's also the whip, so if you want to do a whip build, that's cool too. I think whip builds up bleed, I'm not 100% sure. There's nothing in that room. There's the red-eyed guy who I was telling you about. Let me see, nothing in there. So, go behind him, smoke his ass. But this hallway, that hallway right there is an ambush. So just like don't even go through it, just completely bypass it and go around, and you just get the upper hand on so many enemies that way. So now basically where we're at right now is the final. I think it's a Titanite shard up here. I don't know if it's large or just a small. It is just a small Titanite shard. This is like the final stretch to the boss room, and it's the most deadliest part of the area, because I showed you in the last video and I showed you in this video that there's a tower with a giant on it who's shooting great arrows onto an area. You don't know where the area is at, but we're about to go in. We're not about to go into it, but it's in this area. But I'm actually going to show you, before I even show you how to going into that area, I will show you how to make that area safer for yourself. No, you cannot do this if you have NPCs with you, because this area is actually meant to be tackled last after defeating the boss. But you can do it before beating the boss. It just makes this area a whole lot safer when going to the boss before you open the shortcut to the boss area. Now in the sewer, I think I show it off. Yeah, I show it off. This you need a sewer key. You get the sewer key from getting more Morticia or Morgana's ashes. Her ashes are on the way to the boss room, so you won't miss them. If you do what I'm about to do, you won't miss the ashes. Now I'm about to go up to the top and get on the bridge where I jumped off to get the third bonfire. Now why did I buff? Yeah, I didn't mean to buff. I meant to switch to my arrow. So I go to this ridge right here. I speed this part up because it takes a while to do it if they don't run off. But you can stand right here and just start shooting these guys. You can, if they don't fall off, you can kill them and you get 55 souls if you kill them. If you have to cover this ring on, but if not, I think you get like 300 something. So you just smoke them. If they fall off, you don't have to worry about them. But if they don't fall off, you get their souls. So it's a win-win situation for you. So I killed those guys. So now I'm gonna go across. The bridge, and I'm gonna go to the church or the cathedral or whatever this place is. It's a tower. That's what I've been calling it. I just call it a giant fucking tower. Across this bridge is a regular worker, 2 dogs behind a burnt down shack, and I'll also show you how to get the item from where you go to get the Mound Maker Covenant's sigil. I'm gonna call them sigils because sigils, they're basically Bloodborne's rune things that you etch into your heart or your mind, you know. They're just that, you know. You don't have to go to no statue and pray and be like, can I join? They just be like, here, take this shit, slap it into your fucking heart, you know, and whenever you do whatever, we're here, you know, shit like that. But so there's 2 dogs. All you get is an alluring skull, but you can use that to trade to Pickle P, who I showed you, I think in the last video or something, on how to get to before having to buy the $20,000 soul key. So I think, yeah, this is where I show you how to get down the body from up there. Don't shoot it at the legs and don't shoot it at the rope. you want to shoot it in the body, so it's flies off the edge. And you want to shoot it right in the body. And I pressed the wrong button again. So shoot him in the body, not in the legs, but in the body, and he'll fall off every time. And there you go, flame stone plated ring. Now this dude, he's a bit of an asshole, but he's a good
Another
summon.
one of those Unkindled, are you? All you faceless undead, behaving as if you deserve respect. No matter. Heed my words. If you've any sense, you'll go find a coffin to huddle up inside. You, here, in this land of hollows. You're like a frail maiden on the front lines. If, like the others, you're fool enough to play the champion, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. You'll face death. And it won't be pretty. Enough death to leave you broken. Time after time. Yeah. If, like the others, you're fool enough to play the champion, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. Hopeless. The whole lot of you. Like little moths flittering towards a flame.
I really like his
the
voice.
others, you can go.
I really like his voice actor. Now, there's an item down there. It's on the hanging body. You can shoot it down with the arrow, but I don't do that. But I will do it with my cleric class, or I have done it with my cleric class. And I'll show you what item you get from doing that. In here is a woman who will teach you miracles. You need the sewer key to get to her. The sewer key's not going to open that door. That door opens from the other side. But again, I will show you how to get to her. Now here's the church. You in here you meet Sigurd of Katarina, aka Onion Bro. So you just talk to him and yeah. Use up his dialogue. Exhausted dialogue.
Oh. Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow? Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up, and that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... Well, that doesn't get me anywhere. This lift only goes down. But you know, with a little warming up, eventually... No. I've got to use my head and think. This lift only goes down.
Alright, so he just repeats that, skip over it. Easy way to get through this, just step on it, roll off. You don't want to go down there just yet. There's a Knight of the Boreal Valley down there, and he will completely obliterate your ass. So just hold off before going down there. Step on it.
This lift
I talked to him to see if he tries to send you dialogue, but I don't think he says anything new even after you use the lift. So just head on up, talk to the giant, and befriend him. Excuse me, had a big ass yawn. So I'm trying to figure out. Should I go back down and see if he says anything new? But I'll be like, it'd be a waste if he doesn't. There's a soul of a nameless soldier over here. So go up here. There's nothing else up here, but besides the giant. He's just up here shooting great arrows. So you talk to him, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're cool."
Who are you? I help anytime.
Yep, young white branch. And now he won't shoot at you when you go across any of those white trees, like those birch white trees. When you are near him, he won't shoot you, but he will shoot who he will shoot anyone else who is near them. So just keep that in mind. If you see a birch white tree and an enemy who might be a little bit of a douchebag. Now, okay, somehow he figured out how to use the elevator. He somehow figured out how to use the elevator and gets up to this area. Now, I looked the wrong direction, so I have to end up going... Oh, no, I don't look the wrong direction. Okay. So, you go up here. You chit-chat with this guy. Now, out there's a giant fire beast, so we'll fight him later.
That had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. How now? Think twice before you go down that road. I could try to... No, I think not. I've got to use...
So you go down here, and you can pick a fight with it, and then Sigurd will come help you. You can just cheese him by shooting a bow at him. He'll come up, and then you can spam him with your magic or shoot him with more bows.
No!
Or if you don't, you can go down there and can go down there and melee. With Sigurd helping you, he's not so tough. Just wait for Sigurd to start the fight. That's not him dying, that's his battle cry. Like, this guy isn't that tough, he just looks more intimidating than he actually is. But you have to help, because Sigurd can't beat him by himself. And Sigurd can die in this fight, it's pretty rough. So he just went to basically be phase 2, and he starts doing immolation, which basically he's on fire and being next to him burning you. Now this item is full of areas and a special armor set from Dark Souls 2. When we get to it, you'll find out what it is. But right now, we're just gonna go through this area, collect the items, talk to Sigurd, get a new emote. I think that's what it's called.
That was quite a performance.
Yeah, no, what the fuck?
But you mustn't get in over your head.
Emote.
We Unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make. To your valor, my sword, and our victory together. Long may the...
I actually try to... You can get him to toast with you.
Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Yeah, but he falls asleep. You can actually get him to toast with you before he falls asleep. I just have not been able to do it. Here I am trying to get him to do the toast. But it's a fail. Sigurd no toast me. I'm a filthy magic user, and Sigurd disagrees with me. But you know, it's cool. So there's nothing over here, but I just had to check and make sure, so you guys will see this and be like, oh, ain't that shit over here. I ain't gonna waste my time going over here. There's 3 items in total in this area that I'm in. Then you go into the building. There's a bunch of items in there, but be wary because there are cage dudes in there who hang from the ceiling and will drop down on you. I don't think that's anything. So first item is a large club. If you're doing a pure strength build, totally cool. Now I tried to shoot him so he falls down, but like he kept hitting the invisible hitboxes of the surrounding stuff. So couldn't do it. But I tried to shoot him down so he will fall onto the floor, but he ended up falling up there. I initially think I can't get up there. So I'm like, fuck it, this must be another way to fall down on top of it. So I shoot this down. This is where you get the Northerner armor, which is basically the warrior set from the warrior class armor. There's nothing here, so I'll go over to the left side, and then there's the item. And here you see all those cage dudes hanging up. Now luckily none drop down and attack you here. But just note that there's hanging cage dudes in this area. And you know that some are alive. So, there's 2 dudes hanging in here on the ceiling. You see a dude says, "Where you ambush?" And I'm like, yeah. Or, you know, enemies ahead, wary of ambush. So, that's one. I try to throw a firebomb at them, but I completely biff it and I miss. You can actually lock on them. Even if they aren't aggroed on you, you can lock on them and just fuck them off like that. So there's no dude hanging over those barrels. Not the one that's right there that I threw him at. It's the one in the corner. And again, I biff it. Jeez. Throwing without no like medical or arch indicator, you know, it's kind of tough. All 4 Lawrence skulls fucking sucks. I don't think there's anything out here. I think if you run from the beast, you can fight him up here. I don't know. In this room, there's 2 dogs. I forget they're in here. So I go to attack them, and then one comes up and just like fucking bites me in the back of my neck. So I make his friend pay by setting him on fire. And I let him come out here and try to get his revenge. And then I just slice him down like the maggot dog he is. Now up here I'm trying to figure out how the hell do I get down there to get the fucking item I dropped. And I couldn't for the life figure me how to get down. So I think I go up to the next floor. Now in this room there's a chest, but there's also like 5 hanging cages. Just shoot them down and, you know, clear out this area before you go in there, before you grab that chest. Once you go into this room, there's some steps to your right. Up top there is 2 Evangelicus. If you got firebombs, chuck firebombs at them. If not, range them and just keep out of distance. If they run at you, just run away, because like I said, they're real dangerous up close and they have amazing armor. Like hyper armor, or, you know, poise armor, whatever you want to call it. They'll ignore your attacks and just smack you with their giant maces. So I see him. I check to see my firebomb status is. I'm like, do I use my firebombs or my black firebombs? And I'm like, I don't think it would be enough either way, so I just stay with my firebombs and I start chucking them. Now, like, firebombs have a good blast radius on them. So you can get them both or fight a bit with it. But like I said, you want to keep a distance. So I run out of firebombs, I go downstairs to recuperate myself. I try to figure out what to do, and I decide, hey, going with bows. Again, I fuck up because I'm an idiot, and I just start taking this one out with the bow and arrow. Like I said, having a bow is very, very important. It's crucial because sometimes getting up close just might not be that safe with certain enemies, especially with all the hyper armor that they have, and they could just ignore your attacks. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, I really can't stress enough how important it is to have some sort of range ability. That's why the two classes I chose are classes that are spec'd in some type of spells. Like I played as a pyromancer. Excuse me. Played as a pyromancer. Played as a sorcerer. Played as a cleric. Now I try to jump down and see if I can like maneuver my way around, but it's all for vain. I just fucking lose some health, and I'm nowhere near my target objective. But then I'm like, let me just try this, and bada boom, bada bang, it works. It's just a pale tongue. You get that for the Invader Covenant Rosaria of the Fingers or something. No, Rosaria of the Reborn. I think that's her name. Could be completely wrong, but that's the Invader Covenant. So if you want to be an invader and be a piece of shit, you can go do that. What else? There is, what is up here? Flynn's Ring is up here. Now, Flynn's Ring does not work the same as it did in Dark Souls 2. In Dark Souls 2, it increased your weight, your weight burden, but increased your attack. Now, instead of increasing your weight burden, increasing your attack, depending on how much weight you have, depends on how much your attack is increased by. Now I just go around and make sure I don't miss anything up here. So you drop down here, then you go to this little tower. You can roll off or jump off. I wouldn't recommend jumping because you just lose health unnecessarily. There's another item up here. It's right over here. Homeward Bone. Because if you don't have enough health, this fall can kill you. You have to do a jump. Like you gotta jump in. You gotta do jumps. There's no other way to get around it. So if you don't have enough health, just Homeward Bone home. But if you got the Estus Flash or you got healing abilities, just throw it on. Now I'm not too confident with these jumps, so I put a Ring of Sacrifice on because I don't want to lose the souls I've gathered. So I try to line this jump up. Now the good indicator for this jump is the light. Just follow the light and you can make the jump. Then you just drop down, and there's there's an amazing ring down here and some pretty good armor. Now I don't have high equip burden, so the fucking ring makes me fat roll. Can you believe it? A ring makes me fat roll. Like I said, I don't know if I actually said it, but you can get Lucatill's mask because that's Lucatill's armor, and that's the calligraphy ring. Yeah, so now you got the stamina regeneration ring. But like I was saying, if you want the mask for that outfit, just go to Pickle Pea and Pumperum the Crow. Or well, he's called Snuggly, but he doesn't say Snuggly or Fluffy or whatever. He just says Pickle Pea Pumperum. But go to him and you will get Lucatill's mask. I don't know what you have to drop, but I'll probably like tell you in the next part or something. I speed this part up because she's fucking annoying because she hit me to the floor a couple times. And she's just hanging next to the wall, and I can't fucking hit her. So I don't know. I tried to hit her, but it just wouldn't work out, and she kept hitting me. Plus, I was fat rolling, and she hit me there again. So I'm just like, fuck it, man. I'm running. So I run away back to. Excuse me. I run away and I go to the dilapidated bridge bonfire. Since I haven't set up bonfire, everything is still dead. And I think I wrap it up around this part. I just want to do the whole Undead bird and leave the boss area for the next part, just because this area in itself is really difficult if, like I said, if you don't really know what you're doing, or if you're not leveled enough, or you don't have any range and you just got melee. This area can be very tricky and it can be very time consuming. Where am I going? I think about going to the boss area, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna hold up because this actually was over an hour long. I do some stuff at the shrine, which pushes it on the hour mark. But after I cut it down, before I cut it down, it was well over an hour. And like I said, I try to keep these things under an hour, like 40 minutes. But sometimes the areas are just too big, and excuse me. Sometimes the areas are just too big, and I can't squeeze it all into. I can't squeeze the area and the boss all into one video. If I can, I'll do it. But if I can't, because I try to show you guys everything. I want to make sure I show you all the items, all the shortcuts, all the secrets. I try to show you everything so you're not, completely screwed when you come to this area. What do I do here? As the sorcerer, I didn't go back and get Grey Rat yet. So I'm going to go pick him up off camera. Or maybe I'll put it on camera so you guys know where he's at. But I think you guys should know where he's at. I go to pick him up. And I'm gonna go pick him up. What else? Thanks. Right here I'm trying to upgrade a weapon. I think I'll upgrade my katana and my bow. If not my bow and katana, it might be my katana and chime. One of the two. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's my bow. Oh, I think it's just my bow. Huh, I guess I ain't have that much Titanite on me. I use my Estus shard, and then I think I allocate. Yeah, allocate. Yeah, so I think I just do that. Then I leave, and I think I wrap it up around here. Oh, I talked to Cornix, the pyromancer.
Oh, there you are. I wish to what trust as promised. I will impart, but first you need. Careful, you.
I'll go over that dialogue again. I don't know why I skipped it. I guess I grew impatient or something. There's how you can upgrade your pyromancer with Titanite shards all the way up to +10. Following the same upgrades that a regular weapon takes. Those are pyromancers you can learn. I don't know if I'll pick up a pyromancy. I don't know if I'll be a pure sorcery builder or not. But I'm not going to learn no faith, so that can go kiss my ass. But you can use just sorcery. You can just use your int or faith to power pyromancy. You don't need both.
Pyromancers, you must vow to become my pupil. I know, but such is the way of the world. Respect your elders and so on. And pyromancy, of course, is no exception.
I think I talked to him. No, I don't. Okay, I'll leave. He talked about pupil, all that shit. Ah, my elbow hurts. So what is it? Oh, okay, I talked to her. Where I think I buy fire bombs or potions, fire bombs or arrows. I think I'll buy arrows off of her, cause you gotta keep your arrows full. I'm telling you, man, that bow is the shit. It's really helpful. It's amazing. And I think that's pretty much it. So I roll over here, and I think this is where I ended. So I hope you all enjoyed this part. I hope it was I hope the information helps you when you're out there fighting undead. And I'll see you all in the next video.